your seeds are becoming trees. That is what I heard when I was beginning to prepare for this message. We're going to get a couple cards on this and see more deeply what we're being shown right now. But I have an idea and I have a couple more props to demonstrate my point. But let's start off with this. Get a few good shuffles in here. Our seeds are becoming trees. I think there are some of us here, and this is a timeless message. I almost said this is an eternal message. Yeah. Yeah. With the death card. Some of us are very ancient. I'm seeing shaman. I'm seeing a medicine man right now in the depths of the rainforest. I once had a vision. I astral travel, and I have for many years. I once had a vision where I was taken into the middle of a rainforest. And I was talking to the head of the community there. As he was speaking to me, I was able to understand what he was saying perfectly, and I was sitting across the table from him, and he slid over to me this impartation, if you will, kind of like a seed. And after that, it's like I was never the same. It's like I was empowered in some way. And there's something with that here. There's something with that. Yeah, the Emperor doesn't want to go back into the deck, so let's leave him out. See, we have been planted on this planet. Let's start there, because that's where it all begins. With the Lovers at the bottom of the deck, do I really have to explain? I think we all know where babies come from, right, guys? Hopefully. I mean, I thought the stork came until I was like 25 years old, so I really don't know. That's because of Christian suppression, and I'll talk about that another day. But anyways, I'm kidding, guys. I feel like some people are going to be like, really? Was she that sheltered? Okay, the Emperor. This is a card of you are empowered. This is the tree, in other words. And actually, ooh, yeah. This is what I was hoping would happen. Let's bust out the decks, everybody. And what I mean by this is what I was hoping would happen. Sometimes it's this deck, right? What's the deck with the tree, with the Emperor that's a tree? It's the Wild Unknown, right, guys? I knew something like this would happen as I started developing the message. Look, and there's the Lovers at the bottom of this deck as well. Just let me look for the Emperor really quick. The Emperor is our tree today. All right. This is really the message, and we're gonna unpack it, but the message is that we have been planted, 444, as I just said that on the clock. We have been planted on this planet. The Tower card is here as well as a tree. As a seed. Where is this guy? The Moon. I can't walk and chew gum at the same time, right? Hold on, I'm coming. Meditate while I'm looking. Here he is. There's my Emperor. With the Emperor. And the Two of Cups. With the Lovers in both decks. There's something happening on a cosmic level here. And it's allegorical. And it's literal. Okay. I'm going to go slow today because this is important. Let's just get into a meditative state here for a second. Our seeds are becoming trees. 2:34 p.m. EST on the clock right now. I am recording this on February 14th. Happy Valentine's Day, 2024. For those who are wanting to know the exact date and time. Thank you. We were planted here as a seed. We are now becoming trees on this planet. We are these powerhouses. And Spirit is trying to shake us awake right now to help us to see and understand that this is the case. There's also something else happening here as well with like the Lovers and the Two of Cups. I mean, for some people, it's 2 Emperors, right? Male, female, non-binary, however you identify, as well as whoever you love on this channel, this podcast. We are all inclusive here. Okay. I identify as a queer woman, and I love who I love, no matter who they are, what gender they are. And my gender is fluid. For those asking. Okay. All right. This has been a long time coming. This has been a turn in the road, is what I'm hearing. I'm seeing somebody driving through like a whiteout situation. This reminds me of years ago, driving through the White Mountains in New Hampshire during a blizzard. And we could not see even like a foot in front of us. It was all blind faith. Yes, this is my message. Thank you. Thank you. Blind faith. When I was preparing this idea, when this idea in my head about the seeds was coming to fruition, this message has been germinating, no pun intended, for a couple of weeks because they kept showing me seeds. And I've carried this with me for years. These are mustard seeds. And I'm going to get to the blind faith. Remind me. Talking to my guides. I've carried these with me for many, many years. One time I actually got stopped at TSA and they made me unpack my entire bag. And the guy was like so fascinated by this because he didn't know what it was. And I explained to him. And then a guy from the side was like, faith like a mustard seed. He got it. Jesus said, have faith like a mustard seed. That's all you need. See how small these are? Faith like a mustard seed. That's all we need. We don't need much to become great. All we need is faith the size of a tiny mustard seed. And we will become more than we could have ever imagined. Bigger than we could have ever dreamed. With the Emperor and the King of Pentacles and the Three of Pentacles here at the bottom of the deck. I mean, this is a builder, long-term empire energy. This is the tree. This is like Sears, and that's probably not a good example because Sears is dying, but this is like the NASDAQ. This is like The S&P 500. This is a whale energy. King of Pentacles, Emperor, Three of Pentacles. This is the company that's been around for 100 years and they're not going anywhere. This is Walmart. There we go. Thank you. Sears is a bad example. I'm sorry for that. We also have the Strength card, the Knight of Pentacles, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Ten of Pentacles, and the Two of Pentacles. We have like every Pentacles card here. Wow. This is wealth. This is dynasty. This is the dynasty. This is the oak tree that has been in the forest for 107 years. This is us. We just don't know it yet. And we're being reminded by the universe who we really are. The Three of Pentacles is a card of excellence. The Three of Pentacles is a card of quality. So is the King of Pentacles. And this is long term. This is ancient wisdom. I'm just seeing a dragon right now. Okay. Let's get a couple more cards here. Because I have another demonstration coming with the seeds. We have been planted on this planet long ago as a seed, a star seed, if you will, right? But this is also more practical with the King of Pentacles, right? What's happening right now, and we're going to get more into this, is that the seeds that we have planted are about to become trees, meaning we're about to see the fruition of these dreams. And for some of us, that could literally be straight up cold hard cash, right? It's everything. Tell us more about these seeds becoming trees, please. Seeds becoming trees. I said by mistake, and as I said the word sea, it wasn't just a slip of the tongue. It was a Freudian slip because I saw waves when I said sea. Yeah, the seas, the seas. Ooh, yeah, Eight of Swords. We're about to see another turn of phrase upon the word S-E-A-C and then S-E-E-C. We're about to take our own blindfold off about who we really are, is what's happening here. Ooh, yeah, that's it. With the Seven of Swords. See, the Page of Cups. We may have thought that we were imagining things with the Page of Cups, that we were just dreamers. We may have thought that we were just dreamers and that we had our head in the clouds. A lot of us. I just made this shirt, this pink Metamystic shirt. And I've been at this stuff for years, guys. You know, I've tried many businesses. And not just businesses. It's not business for me. But it is at the same time. But for me, it's mission. It's mission based. That's why I do what I do. And I've tried lots of different things. I've tried lots of different ways to express myself. I've had like 10 YouTube channels. I'm not even exaggerating. I've had like 10 YouTube channels. And sometimes, like, through the years, I've wondered if it's all in my head with the Page of Cups. Is this all in my freaking head? Eight of Swords. Seven of Swords. Am I just deceiving myself, honestly? That is a thought I've had so many times. And then what happens is I connect back to the source, the seed, the origin point with the world. And I remember who the F I am and what I know. And I know what I know, and it doesn't matter how things appear. Seven of Swords. It doesn't matter if I can't see in the 3D what I know in the 5D, in the 7D, in the 25 million quintillion D, in the Googleplex D. I know it's real, even if my eyes are closed, right? The world is the big picture. It's the Akashic records. It's that ancient wisdom. And we may seem childish for this in the eyes of the oppressors with the devil. They may tell us that we're fools, that we're dreamers. And maybe for a time, or maybe you're going through this right now, that your self-esteem has been rocked because of this. Self-esteem, is it really self-esteem? Is that the right word? It's so much deeper than self-esteem, because I'm talking to high-level light workers. I'm not talking to people who are only in it for the money, for example, with the devil and the emperor. You know what I'm saying? It's deeper than that here. We're about to see success. Look, the Two of Cups in this deck as well. See, this is also relationship based for some of us here. Right? With the Two of Cups in both decks. We have the High Priestess, the Sun, the Eight of Pentacles. What we know is coming to light in what we're working on and in things like collaborations and, deeper than that, connections that will become lifelong family and soulmates connecting. Six of Cups, soul family connecting. This is so big. That's why this message has been challenging to unpack, because this seed message, seeds turning into trees. We ourselves are the seeds, and we're being revealed in the world as these trees. As well as we are these emperors that have planted seeds along the way, and those seeds are now coming to fruition. Seeds are ideas. Seeds are these 8 pentacles here. Seeds are the things that we have planted and we have worked on and we have perfected. Sometimes a seed is more advanced than just an origin point for me. Like, when I'm talking about a seed, I'm talking about a seed that could have already been developed as well, with the Eight of Pentacles here. Like, these are things we've been tending to. This is not just the origin point, the start of an idea. That's why this message is coming through, because it's also a message of encouragement to keep going and to not get discouraged. There is hidden information coming to light as well that you will be receiving along the way, and that's what I want to show you here. Is I have this bag full of diamonds. And it's funny because when I looked inside the bag, there was this mysterious SD card. It's like these seeds, we're going to start to realize, oh my God, these are not just like mustard seeds. These are each diamonds. Like imagine if all of these seeds were diamonds. How rich would I be right now? And this is what I'm saying. It's a time of fruition that we're going to start to understand that what we possess, what we have, what we hold, and that's what this SD card message is. We're going to start to understand and get this download here. And we're going to get a couple more cards, but this is my final demonstration. We're going to start to understand and get these downloads with the SD card that the seeds that we possess and the seeds that we've already planted as well, we're going to start to understand how valuable it all really is and how much it all really means. But we couldn't see it at the onset, and that's why it's been a long road for many of us here, and there's been a lot of trial and error. But we've always been on point, even when we felt like we were off track or we weren't doing the right thing or we weren't seeing results. That was all just part of that Eight of Pentacles. You know, Eight of Pentacles is a card of like perfecting a craft. It's like becoming, it's perfecting your craft. That's how I see the Eight of Pentacles, right? So with the Hanged Man, it's all about how we see it. It's all about how we see our journey. Instead of me looking at all these things that I've experienced in my life as failures or those things that didn't work out, they were all things that I needed to learn. And yes, with the Nine of Wands, wounded warrior energy, with the Five of Wands, you do get tired of fighting after a while to make things work and to try all these things and continue to have people like making fun of you and telling you that you're just a dreamer, and being with that Devil card that we saw before, feeling like, wait, maybe I am just kind of like a dreamer with my head in the clouds. Maybe I should just like go into IT or something. And I've had that thought many times. With the Seven of Wands here as well, wow, lots of wands coming through. Some of us have become defensive with the Nine of Wands and the Seven of Wands. Defensive is the wrong word. We've had to defend our position for so long, that meaning that when people question us, and this could be anything, just anything. Light workers always have that Piscean Hanged Man perspective, even if you're not a Pisces or a Pisces in your chart. It's not about that. It's a perspective of seeing things from another perspective than everybody else does. And we always have to fight for that position. Well, fight for it. We have to hold our position even when we're facing opposition. We had the Five of Wands before. And that gets so tiring that after a while we can actually become, you know, there is a rigidness with the Emperor. There's a rigidness that it takes to get to where we've gotten, right? But I feel like what Spirit is also saying here is, but they do also want to bless us with, and that's what this like Two of Cups is and stuff. They want to bless us with like relationships and love and more of that flow. Like it's not all about, look at all this Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles. It's taken us a lot to get here, and we've had to remain, a lot of us have even had to suppress our emotions with the Moon so that we could keep ourselves focused and determined on our path. And so I feel like there's a side message to this that, you know, there is an element of wateriness coming in here that Spirit wants to bless us. It's like now that our trees finally are, now that we're finally seeing these seeds become trees, Spirit is saying, now let's start thinking ahead. Let's start thinking about what more we can have. Like there's more to life than just building this thing. It's so much bigger than just building something, right? Five of Cups here. A lot of us may feel a sense of sadness or loneliness or My point with the Seven of Wands and the Nine of Wands is I just keep seeing flowing water. And I've had flowing water on my TV. Bright green. I've been watching these videos on YouTube to get myself in this Empress mode, right? Because we have the Emperor here. And I've been this... I'm trying to get more into my feminine energy, in other words, with the star here. See, there's water on this card as well. So I've had this flowing water on my TV all day, every day, with this bright green, and even on my green light bulb, I've really been focusing on bringing in this watery element to everything that I'm building and everything that I'm doing, and with the Lovers as well that we had at the start of this reading. There is an element here of us going back and forth between the masculine and feminine sides of ourselves. And with the King of Wands, yes, we are go-getters. Yes, we are forerunners. Yes, we are, with this Aquarian energy at the bottom of the deck with the star, we are innovators. We are forward thinking, and it takes a lot to do that, and it takes a lot to hold our position. But I feel like what Spirit is saying is we can be both the Emperor and the Empress within us all, with that Lover's energy as well as that World energy, combining both of the aspects, the masculine and the feminine. Anything else here, Spirit, before we close up? Yeah. Just wrapping up the message, the Eight of Swords came out in the reverse. They're taking off the blindfold now with the Page of Cups at the bottom of the deck. We are dreamers, precisely. Page of Wands here as well. We are these forerunners. We are these, with the Tower, meant to be disruptors. We are meant to be these rainbow children that bring these new ideas to the world. And we've had to be so strong with this Emperor energy to get here. But now we can, now that we've arrived, now that our seeds are becoming trees, we can soften a little more, is the message that I'm really getting today. I love you guys. It's been Missy Gordon, the Metamystic here. Thank you for being here. Remember, you can always listen to the show on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Please like and share this podcast to anyone that you think would like it and benefit from it. And until next time, I love you guys.